EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to North Carolina and the bustling city of Charlotte as we welcome you inside Bank of America Stadium, the home of the Panthers. Good to have you with us. Mike Tirico and Greg Olson with you. You know, partner, fantasy football doesn't take into account the guys close to the football, the guys in the line of scrimmage. This is one where our eyes are going to be focused on that battle in the trenches all game long.
Mike, it doesn't matter if it's Pee-wee football, middle school football, or NFL football. You can only do offensively what your offensive line allows you to do. And I think that's exactly the case for both of these teams here today. They are going to win or lose based on the ability of gaining an advantage in the offensive defensive line. So I think we're going to see downhill run game. I think we're going to see play action pass. And the team that's able to impose their will up front along the trenches, I think that's going to be the team that finds himself at the end of this one coming out with the win.
He is knocked down hard. Wow, they stopped him in his tracks, but he does have enough to pick up the first down.
First down. First and 10 at the 45.
Tight end going in motion here. They'll go play action with Young. A short pass taken in by Gronk. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Second and 2 at the 46-yard line.
A run with Barkley. And they bring him down, but not until they get inside the 30-yard line. They'll get 19 out of that play. It's a Carolina first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
Once again, it's Barkley. This time they're ready for it. Room to run the last snap. Not this one. They stop him for no gain.
A gain of a yard. Brings up second and 9.
Throwing on second down, Young. Hit as he threw it. The pass is incomplete.
I think he knew in the back of his head, Mike, he had to get rid of this ball a little sooner than he would have liked. And with that pressure getting there in a hurry, it just ends up being a wasted down.
From the gun here on third down, it's Young. Into space. Past the 40. Inside the 20. You get the ball to start the game thinking you'll score on offense. Instead, they allow the defense to be the first on the board in this one.
So now the question is, Mike, do you allow this to linger the rest of the day? You've dug yourself a pretty big hole here to start, but you've got to pick yourself up and realize this game is far from over, and we now got to get the ball back and establish some early rhythm.
7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. And that one is through the back of the end zone. It is a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
From the 35, it's first and 10. Throwing is Young. This one broken up. It's incomplete. The defender right there with him. It brings up second down.
Leads to second and 10 at the 35-yard line.
To throw, Young. To the left side. Caught by Gronk. And he's down on the other side of midfield. Mark him at the 48-yard line.
17 yards. That's good for the Panthers. First down.
Now a give to Barkley. Running right. And he's not going to get away. They're going to bring him down on the other side of midfield.
This play here, Mike, is just all about the get-off of the defensive line. Watch how fast they go when that ball is snapped. Nowhere for this running back except to go down for a loss.
Off the play fake. Here's Young. Escaping the danger, throwing and completing. It's been a busy first quarter for him so far. His third catch goes for a first down.
First and 10 at the 37-yard line.
Back to throw. Young. This one not quite on target. Too much. That one falls incomplete. We'll try again. It's second and 10. Here's a handoff to Barkley. And they'll only manage to pick up 3 yards. And that leads to third down.
He's taken down at the 33-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
Here's Young. And he's going to have the first down. It is a gain of 6. Good conversion on third down.
7-yard gain. That's another Panthers first down.
So a big third down hookup takes us to the break. It's the Commanders with the early lead. And we'll return to Charlotte in a moment. On 1st and 10, it's Barkley. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
He was brought down at the 26. 1 yard
So,
gain.
from the 26-yard line, here's 2nd and 9. Now Young. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
It's a gain of 8. Brings up 3rd and 1.
This will not do the trick. They've stopped it behind the line. 4th down coming up. The Panthers will take their first timeout as they'll discuss what's to come as 4th down is looming. So they send out Jason Myers for this field goal.
A 39-yard attempt.
His kick is perfect. And the Panthers are on the board. It's 7-3.
And I can tell you firsthand, Mike, when you find yourself trailing in a game, you don't feel very good about coming away with field goals. But in this case, it does get them a little bit closer and cut into this deficit.
And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. Trying to find some place to go, but nothing developing. Tackles behind the line. It's a loss of 1.
I can promise you that is not how they wanted to start this drive, Mike. I mean, to get blown up at the point of attack, there was just nowhere for the back to go on that run.
Going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line. A big play there for Washington. And even 30 yards.
1st and 10 at the 46-yard line.
And he's going to be taken down. Not so easy this time. They drop him back behind the line. It's 2nd down. From the gun, it's Young. Quick slant into the hands of Wilson. And that'll go for a gain of 7. And it's going to set up third down.
And it brings up 3rd down.
Out of the shotgun, Young. He dives, and what a catch for the first down. The Commanders will signal for the first of their timeouts. They'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go until halftime.
17 yards. And the Commanders first down.
They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. To throw is Young. This one into the hands of Marshall. And he'll be marked down at the 7. And it will set up 1st and goal.
That's another Washington first down.
To throw is Young. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete. Now here's 2nd and goal. Here's Young. That is caught to the goal line and in. Rome Odunze. Touchdown Commanders. Little on now for the extra point. He knocks it through. And the Commanders extend their advantage to 14-3.
Commanders 14, Panthers 3.
Halftime, coming close, and not much time left as this one is kicked away. This one is going to sail through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
On 1st and 10, here's Young. And this ball's going to be incomplete.
I think the biggest issue and why they find themselves trailing in this game, Mike, has really just been the ups and downs of this passing game. At sometimes, he's highly accurate and efficient, but at others, he just misses too many easy throws. The question is, are they going to be able to overcome this quarterback inconsistency and pull this game out?
Oh, can't afford another incompletion here. Quickly, it is 3rd and 10. That's going to wind up incomplete. Not much time remaining. Time for one more snap here in this first half. No movement from the punt team. They'll line up to go for it on 4th down. They'll go. Young. And that is incomplete. One final chance does not work out. Time has expired. The first half has come to an end. Third quarter set to commence. And we're back underway here on EA Sports. Now return coming from the 7. And he'll work this one past the 25 to right about the 28-yard line. The third quarter begins with a run. And he's going to be taken down on the other side of the 50-yard line.
It's a gain of 31 yards. That's good for a Commanders first down.
They'll stay on the ground. And he shows off those strong legs running through one tackle. Give him a gain of 8.
Taken down at the
From the 33, here's 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and a yard.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. Finding room to the 20. And he's finally going to be brought down, but not before he gets to the Panthers' 5-yard line. So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have 1st and goal. Here's a run. To the pylon, he's in. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League finds us a dozen miles east of the National Mall at the home of the Commanders here in Landover, Maryland. So good to have you with us. Mike Tirico, Greg Olson, excited for this one. Partner, what are we looking at here as this game gets rolling?
You know, I think this game is quite interesting in the fact, Mike, that I feel like before every week's matchup, we sit up here and we talk about quarterbacks in the passing game. And obviously, that is the direction the NFL has been headed for the last couple years. But in this matchup here today specifically, I think both these offenses want to flip that on its head. They want to control the clock, time management, ball control. Don't be afraid to punt the ball away and play defense. It's a little bit of an old school philosophy, but you have to do whatever it takes to win each matchup. And I think both of those formulas of these two teams are very similar.
And it's a positive start. A gain of 5 to get things going.
I think every running back's dream is that he's going to run through a wide open hole and have breakaway touchdowns, but That's not necessarily the case very often in the NFL. So the backs that are the best are the ones that can get more yardage than maybe what's blocked for. And I think this is a nice physical gain here that they can continue to build off of as the game unfolds.
A handoff as they try to run it here. Waterani brings it to the red zone, taken down inside the 20-yard line. 22 yards, the pickup there. Good for a Commander's first down. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
4 yards on the pickup.
Here's 2nd and 6. They'll stick with him again. And that one shut down pretty quickly. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. Nothing more.
And after that negative run, I think this changes the play call now on 3rd down. So this offensive line has to be a lot better on 1st and 2nd down to gain positive yards. Stay on track because you don't want to be in 3rd and pass too often.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Washington. Cam Little comes on now for the extra point. He's got it. About to take a 7-0 lead. Little now following the touchdown, out to kick this one away. The return team going to let that one go. It'll go through the end zone. It's a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. That's caught downfield by Jefferson. And they get this one across midfield to the 47-yard line.
That's good for the Steelers. First down. A gain of 18 on the play.
They'll throw out of the gun. On the run to the right. He's going to keep it himself. And they'll take this down inside the 35. So they come to the line for first down and 10. Throwing now from the gun. He'll take off again. And he is taken down. A big gain on that one. Great way for them to end this opening quarter. It'll be 1st and goal when we come back. 7-0 is our score. And we're back with more Madden Ultimate Team after this. The Steelers with the football to begin the 2nd quarter as they go to work on 1st and goal. They'll look to throw. And they'll get this down to the 3, but no further. It'll be 2nd and goal.
A gain of 3 brings up 2nd and goal at the 3-yard line.
Out of the gun, he'll throw. And he's close to the goal line, but didn't get in. Good job to make sure he doesn't cross the plane. And now it's 3rd and goal. Now they'll set up to throw. That's going to be intercepted in the end zone. Picked off by the Hall of Famer Charles Woodson. He's inside the 30. And he's going to take this back all the way.
That's the easiest two games that I won so far that I even played.
I'll be back on later on to play the Super Bowl. Catch y'all in a bit.